Peter Obi had shown the northern people, the northerners in Nigeria, more love than their leaders had ever shown them, or people who are leaders who are from the north. Okay, he went to DUTSE Jigawa State to, show them love over the tanker explosion that took over 180 people's lives, and some people are still in the hospital receiving treatment. And, a lot of people we're just saying, wow, Peter Obi had done well. And this news is not even trending. Like, people are not talking about it. Rather, the National Assembly is settling one issue of people who somebody is aggrieved with another person over the way they decide to live their lives. That's what they are channeling their attention in, leaving this thing that has happened. And you see, when we look at this whole thing, it's all about poverty, because a lot of people, if they had the money, they had what to do, they are gainfully employed, or they have let me tell you something. I wish our leaders, our political leaders, can just go to China, get one particular company, say, okay, come train these people. When they train them, they get used to these things they are training them on. They will now train other people. By so doing, they are gainfully employed. Let's take, for example, now there are companies in China that, fabricate and assemble phones. And we know that almost everybody now has a phone. In those days, some families do not have phones, so it was difficult for people to, get phones in the family. So you see that maybe two people in the family or one person is having a phone. But right now, almost every household has phones. And people in that, even to their little children, they have phones they use in watching cartoon. There are people who practically bought a phone. And so if they come to Nigeria and say, okay, let them teach these people, open an industry, even if you have to just do one thing to work, which is light. If Tinubu comes into power and decide to make light steady, just light, you see how many companies will come into Nigeria. But you see, Peter Obi came out and people started playing the tribal card. And this is what they keep doing. Immediately they started the tribal card and they saw that, the northerners will still tilt towards a northerner. They came up with it's Muslim ticket. They want to do Muslim ticket. They need to teach them a lesson. Erufai, that Erufai man. That is why I'm so happy that Erufai fell out with these people, so that it will be everything they are doing will be exposed. Erufai came out and said it has to be a Muslim ticket. And he started that thing in Kaduna, where he ensured that they had a Muslim ticket for the governorship, whatever. And at the end of the day, their government is not working. They will come and say, the people from the north are the ones that are the majority. They are the ones that are supposed to produce leaders. And then we have seen people, even the Hausa Muslims, even the Muslims, they said this to say it. They said since democracy started, every time people come in that are not from the north, they are the ones that used to help them. Now they even brought Tinubu, who they say is Muslim ticket. What has Tinubu done for them? They thought, because it's Muslim ticket, they are going to do it. They are going to really make them happy. Things will happen for them. Are things happening for them? This is the first time you see in our offices where Muslims will come out and say, they cannot do, they cannot, how will I put it? They cannot come and sit down here and be working 24 hours. They have to go back to farm. They have to go and do other things. In those days, they will just sit down, ranka dedi, baba, and you see that there are all these big top men will be giving them money in dollars, and they were used to having handouts. But right now, nobody is handing you out anything, so you have to work yourself to getting everything you want to get. So Peter Obi went out. He has called on the government to show concern over the plight of these people. But a lot of people came under the comment section and had something to say about Peter Obi, because Peter Obi said in his statement, he said, as planned today, I visited DUTSE Jigawa State to commiserate with Governor Alhaji Ahmed and the people of Jigawa over the tragic petroleum tanker incident that took over 180 lives and over 80 still hospitalized. Those who died and were hospitalized were mainly young people in their prime productive years. You see, that was why I said that they should go to China and bring companies that will come here and train people on how to fabricate, assemble phones, because this is going to make a lot of people to be gainfully employed. But you see, most politicians, let's say 99 politicians in Nigeria, will travel out of the country. They will see good things. They will enjoy good hotels. They will do all of those things. Once they get to the airport, they are forgotten what they saw. They cannot replicate it. No, the only things they replicate is tax, and the tax is because it goes to their pocket. You people were here when Tinubu said, that once they have removed subsidy, first subsidy, they are going to make it so they're going to make that first subsidy to be so how will I put it, to be so good that they will remove it, and then every money they are able to save, they will use it to do infrastructure, they use it to make the economy better. But have you seen how much a tuber of yam is costing in the market? Let's go as low as tuber of yam. How much is yam? How much is groundnut oil? How much is even groundnut itself? Let's talk of the oil. How much is a bottle of groundnut now? It's 2,500. Something we used to buy 800, 1,000 naira is 2,500 now. And whether the groundnut is sweet or not, you are going to buy this one. So he continued by saying, "This is a national tragedy." It's actually a national tragedy, but the government is not treating it as such. I am saying that it's not treating it as such. I pray for the departed souls and strength for their family, their bereaved families. I also pledge to donate to the victims. I appreciate and thank the government for the efforts they are making to alleviate the sufferings and help those in the hospital. Again, I use this opportunity, this point of contact, to condole the victims of the tanker explosion and spillage, and to urge tanker drivers to be more careful. Also call on government at all levels to provide and protect the people with a source of livelihood, to avoid things like this jeopardizing their life. And then the frequency of tragedies in our nation has become a concerning issue that calls for special supplication for God's intervention, even as relevant stakeholders and governments at all levels should strive to put in place the infrastructure and laws that will help prevent such ugly incidences. Tragedies occur when necessary human action is not adequately taken in to mitigate misfortune. So people went on the comment section and said deep down in their heart they know you are a good person, meaning that deep down in the Hausa people's mind they know that P2B is a good person, but jealousy and envy will not allow them to speak the good of you. Somebody said, if P2B's intentions are right, may God grant him his heart desire. Amen. This one said, I beg Mr. President, you don't too waka waka. Since election conclude, you never rest. Even the president where we get no go vacation for London. Sue, please go vacation. Make you get strength for 2021. You go loud though. So this person is apparently saying P2B has not rested. He's been the one going. And do you know the funny thing? They say Tinubu won election. It's P2B now that is even going to places, things that the president should do. You said, oh, you are very fragile. They say, oh, Tinubu is fragile. He won't be able to even do one year. He has finished 1 year. He has been traveling up and down, resting. Today, you will take one leave. Tomorrow, you take another leave. You go and rest. But P2B, who did not even, according to them, did not win, that they are always fighting every day. He's the one going around, buying things for nursing, doing this for this, doing this for that. Now, people are saying that P2B should try and rest because he's not even the one that they swore in, and he's the one doing what the government should be doing. It beats my imagination also. Somebody say, I am the biggest fan, but you see comments you wrote about former president of Nigeria. I really feel bad after this man killed my Igbo brothers and sisters. Anyway, we talked about this particular video 2 days ago and we addressed it. P2B is sorry for the way he went about it. Well, P2B is a man that brings peace. You guys should understand him like that and tolerate him. Somebody said President General among the nation. That's the name they call P2B. Now this one say, who needs to hear this? P2B is a leader in all ramification, and he's coming. I wish God would just come down and put P2B there. Let us just have him for even if it's 6 months. Guys, I tell you for free, you would thank God that P2B actually went into that place. Somebody said, who needs what best president? Exactly. Nigerians call P2B their president because he is doing what a president should do. So that's why Nigerians call P2B our president. They have the reasons for calling him that, because even though we have a president in Nigeria constitutionally, people still feel that P2B is their own president and they have the right to call him their president, right? It's their choices. That's how life is. This one says, to hear good news for this country under APC government, now by connection. Wow. This one says, the man responsible for Nigerian vote for God who did this to us. 2027 is possible. That's POB. It's P2B. This one says, the real president of Nigeria. Nigerians need you for the most 2027. This other person say, this black dress now only the same clothes P2B they wear. P2B like wearing dark clothes, so you cannot even judge that. So Nigerians are calling Peter Obi their president because he's doing what a real president is supposed to be doing as well.